Batman's gadgets all look flashy, but are they even any good? Stick around for the final one. The remote control batarang. That's right, in Arkham City. May have a fancy name and it looked great, but it felt like a hindrance. You couldn't slow it down, and you couldn't even boost it hard enough to hit someone off a ledge or railing. And most of all, it didn't provide much of a threat towards the thugs in Predator sections. Besides, why use the remote control batarang when you've got the Ultra Backclaw? Don't ever talk to me about this afterthought of a gadget. The Cluster Freeze Blast from Arkham City is the definition of every Call of Duty game. It's being released nowadays, hyped to the point of thinking it'll be better than the last, but then falls flat really hard. I can't count how many times I've struggled in Wonder Tower to trap a group of enemies with this gadget, because its spread range is so unpredictable that you can even miss by an inch and you get spotted. This does not keep the enemies frozen in place, so they can also use their weapons and end you while being idle. The game made you think it was an upgraded freeze grenade, although this was a massive downgrade. It felt like an addition that didn't need to be there. The thermal gloves in Arkham Origins. While this is pretty self-explanatory, it's a Mr. Freeze exclusive gadget, because what are the odds that Batman would need to unfreeze human popsicles? It had its fun for one run in the Cold Hard DLC, but who remembers this gadget anymore? Seems about right that it's on this list. The Cryptographic sequencer. Now, hear me out on this one. Well, it felt a little bit more challenging in Arkham City because you could try multiple passwords and only one of them would be right. I gotta say though, it is a basic mini game that just slows the pace of the game down. I dislike the certain hacking opportunities, like for example to track the Penguin down. It shows you exactly where to decrypt his radio frequency. It felt like it needed more of a challenge. And the passwords you had to decipher for the doors, man. I get it. It could have just been like a secret Easter egg, call it, for players, but come on, man. This is a high-tech gadget and it still feels like child's play. The Disruptor. Yes, I said it. The Disruptor in Arkham Origins was supposed to override weapons and render them useless. I can't say that I enjoyed this gadget, but I can say that I didn't enjoy this gadget because using it was just self-sabotage. Look, this weapon basically does not disrupt any gun, but it disrupts itself. I'm not lying. I can literally aim at a gun or one of those PAs that the enemies use to communicate, and it will misfire or just fire without firing at all, causing me to lose ammo for nothing, and I have to suffer because of its amazing cooldown time. Jammers, they even can avoid its ability. So how inconvenient is this? Like, a lot. I just don't want to use a weapon I can't rely on. So I did not actually want to use it anymore, only when it was obligated, and I don't think that was that much. Now the final thing, not the Concussion detonator. It's almost like the developers knew how trash this gadget was that they made the acquisition of it mandatory to progress the story. It's incredibly useless. I've tried to use it before in a Predator section as a mini smoke bomb if I got caught, and guess how it ended? I did definitely die so many times because it takes its sweet time to begin to stun the enemy, so I get shut up in the process. Then when it stuns them, they have about 3 seconds of being stunned, and after that they can still see me where I went. So what is this gadget supposed to do, bro? The glue grenade. More like the jizz grenade, man. This thing looks absolutely vile, bro. It's like Warner Brothers really thought they were slick copying City's freeze grenade, but its existence in this game doesn't even make sense. Not even lore-wise. Alfred literally told Batman it was quite unstable and not even ready for field testing. So it should have gotten at least broken or worn out or something during the story, but this never happens. Another mention is, since when is glue able to float on water? I thought glue was soluble, and it doesn't actually glue people when you glue them, right? Like the Firefly flight. It should have ended way sooner than it should have because he uses a jetpack. And a jetpack combined with glue is system malfunction. Anyway, if it actually was glue, then it would have done that. It was a definite copy-paste without needing to be there. Well, I think I've said enough already, but what have you got to say though? I am quite eager on hearing your thoughts on what you agree slash disagree with what I said, and what you could probably add to the list. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay awesome.